Hello buddy, this is Arctic BBB and welcome back to another episode of Building Time. And in this episode we're going to do custom trees. So let's get right into it. So in this episode I'm going to show you custom trees that were built after trees in real life. So the first tree is the oak tree. The oak tree is a big tree. Its branches are very spread out, and his leaves are built in like one dome. The little branches are made from spruce fence, and the bigger branches are made out of oak wood. So is the trunk. I put it in this environment, in this plain environment, and I think it's the best environment. But if you think this is not, make sure to tell me in the comments. If you want to build the tree, you will need oak wood and some leaves and a spruce fence. The spruce fences I used for the smaller branches, and the oak wood is from the trunk and the bigger branches. First thing, you will need to build a big base. Then you make it thinner, and then you make every branches for itself. The leaves, you put it just above the branches, and you don't fill it underneath. You make it very airy, and it's looking very nice. Let's go to the next one. The second tree is the spruce tree. The spruce tree is usually living in mountains or in cold places. He's shaped like a cone, and as you can see, it's covered with snow. If you want to build this tree, you will need a spruce wood, leaves, and a dark oak fence. If you want to build this tree, you will need spruce wood, some leaves, and dark oak fences. First thing, you will need to do like a cross. You will take the middle part and do it the highest. Then you can make the side parts not as tall as the middle part, but enough. Then you'll take the dark oak fence and you put it 3 blocks. Then again take the dark oak fence and put fences all around. In the middle part do 2 fences, and in the higher part do 1 fence. Then take your spruce leaves and make like a circle. It doesn't have to be perfect, and if it isn't perfect, it's more living and it's looking better. Okay, if you finish this part, now you need to make like stairs. So put 1, 2, and then put 1 and 1, 2 again. Same in this side, and it doesn't have to be the same height in every side. Let me just finish here. Now that you finished that part, you can fill all the sides. I will make one to demonstrate. And put how many that you like in the top. This is the spruce tree, and you can make it taller or shorter if you want. The third building for today is the birch tree. The birch tree is very tall and has little branches in the top. His leaves are in small groups and looks like small bushes. I used for the leaves spruce leaves and birch leaves. It gives more texture and more living. For the branches, the smaller one, I used birch fence, and for the trunk and the bigger branches, I used birch wood. Now I will show you how to build it. So the first step that you will need is to make the trunk as high as you want. This is the height I want. Then you will take your birch wood and make very tall stairs with it, like this. And then they don't need to be all in the same height. The third thing, if you want, you can put some branches in the lower part of the tree. Then take some of the birch fence and make branches in the upper part of the tree. Take your birch leaves and make like a bush in each and every branch. Then take your spruce leaf and detail it. You can take the birch leaves and take them down how much that you will like. This is just one side, and I'm not going to show you all of them, but I think you can manage. Let's go to the next one. The next tree is the jungle tree. The jungle tree is a tall tree. I made him from jungle wood and spruce fence. His branches are very spread out, and the leaves cover them from all the sides. I used for vines dark oak leaves and just regular vines. His trunk is thin in the middle and big at the bottom, and his roots are big as well. The fifth tree is the acacia tree. The acacia tree is mostly found in hot places like Africa, and I used to build it, as you guessed it, acacia wood and surprising andesite wall. His bigger branches are made of acacia wood, so as the trunk, and the smaller branches are made of andesite wool. For the leaves, I used acacia leaves, and I put it in this environment which represents the hot places which I just spoke of. Let's show you how to build it. The first thing you will need is to make a small shape in the ground. Then take your acacia wood and build it upwards, and it should look like something like this. Then take your acacia wood and make branches that goes upwards, something like this. Make another one. They don't all have to be in the same height, and you can make a branch from a branch, And if you can't put another branch on this branch, for example, take your andesite wall and make a smaller branch like this, something like that. That's it. And don't forget to put a middle branch, which is most of the time need to be taller than the other ones. Then take your acacia leaves and put them on the top side of your branches like this. I'm going to show you just a part of the tree, not all of it. Then place some leaves in here and take all of them up a block like this, like this. And if you did it right, you should finish looking like this. And this was the acacia tree. Let's move to the next one. And last but not least, for the overall, this is the dark oak. The dark oak is not very different from the regular oak. I made it in this sort of way. His branches are again very spread, and the leaves are coming from the top to bottom. The actual difference is this is like in cold places or in a forest, and not like the regular oak. I think this one is more it's more for camping, so I put it in cauldron with a campfire and a bed. And this one, it's not my favorite, but it's not bad. The next two trees are in the new Nether update. They aren't actually in the real world, so I needed to use my imagination. And let's go to the Nether Wart one first, and then we will go to the Crimson one. So the next one is the Nether Wart. The Nether Wart is not a big tree, but you can make it in what side that you want. The trunk is very thin, and his branches are covered with leaves, which aren't actually leaves. The Nether Wart block, and red stained glass and red terracotta. I used the crimson fence for the smaller branches, and twisted vines, whipping vines, for the vines. I don't have anything more to say about it, so let's go to the next one. The next one is the crimson one. Again, I don't have anything to say about it. It's fine. It's in this cone shape. His base are big and his top is small. His branches are covered in wart block, and I used the twisting vines for the topping of the leaves. This is all for the crimson one. So this is all for the trees. I hope you enjoyed it. I've been working for this a lot. And if you want to say thank you, please press the like button. And if you really enjoyed it, please press subscribe. And this is all. Bye bye.